Three, two, one, awesome. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from RazorTube. And today we're going to be talking about the Rust Console Beta, but more specifically, we're going to be covering the Oxum gas station, and it's a guide to show you what kind of loot is at this zero-tier monument inside of the Rust Console Beta on your first wipe day, or you could be midway through your wipe day. I'm here with Jade Monkey. Say hello.
Yeah.
And we're just going to go over the Oxum gas station, what it will provide to you as a Rust Console Beta player or a Rust Console player in general when the full release comes out. Alright, so let's get to it. Welcome to the guide. Make sure you guys drop that sub and like, and let's get into Oxum gas station. Alright, so the biggest staple in Rust, the Oxum gas station. It's been around forever. What is it? Oh my goodness. What does it provide us as a Rust player? And what can it give us that benefits our progression through everything? Through wipe day, through mid-wipe, and end-game wipe. Well, I'm here to tell you it gives you a lot. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the loot first and foremost. I think it's the most important thing about this monument in Rust. Now, you'll notice it has some of the same items as some of the zero-tier monuments I talked about in my other videos, like the abandoned supermarket. So you can check out that video if you haven't seen it already. But, so, let's talk about the loot. What do we get at Oxum gas station? We get barrels, right? Perfect. It didn't even bust. Wow. Barrels, which provide you scrap and other items like components and whatnot. It also has people that want to harm you and take your loot as well, as Jade Monkey is showing us a prime example. It gives you also wooden crates. That's kind of like low tier loot, but what it gives you here, you can see, is like road sign, which you use for road sign armor later on in end game. It gives you scrap. Also, it gives you military crates. I did say barrels already, and it gives you, if I can find one, there it is.
The basket? There you go.
Yeah, the car part basket, which provides you with car parts, so you can build your very first car. Now, do remember that there's going to be low quality car parts in each one of these, and it gives you 8 scrap, which is awesome. Once you get all the loot on the outside of the gas station and you start going in, you're going to go into like the little mechanic session or section, and you'll notice that there's a ladder going down into like a little tunnel. This has loot as well. It typically has wood crates that we found outside of the gas station. Here, this is kind of a big score when you first start off. We have a metal hatchet, which is awesome. You'll need that in the beginning of the wipe. A flashlight, which is great too to blind people during night. And flares, you know what to do with flares. But it has all types of loot. Obviously the loot locations vary, but typically when you go inside the gas station and you go into the office area, there's 2 important pieces of loot in here that you'll see within the monument or around it or on top of it. And that's the military crate and the green card. Now the green card's always on the desk, but the military crates spawn randomly around the monument. What they provide you is either like high quality, good chunk of scrap, a component, or a building like block for your base to progress through Rust. Now, and it also carries those military crates have a role for spawning like loot,
Rifle bodies.
Yeah, rifle bodies, guns, certain types of ammunition that you won't find anywhere else unless you're clapping gear guys through Rust. So it's good to come here and loot because A, there's no radiation, which since it's a zero-tier monument, there's 0 radiation here, so you don't gotta really wear anything. And you also can come here and build a base, like a satellite base, to collect all the components and loot and either grind them up at the recycler that is inside the mechanic garage, or you can take it back to your base and use the components that you have to build either beginner loot or beginner items to end game items. Now the recycler here is great. You can pop things in it, like, okay, you know, for instance, we can put this paddle in here and get whatever from it, you know, like metal frags and some wood. But you can do that with all items and components in Rust. You can either recycle them or, you know, gather them. But anyways, needless to say, this place is loaded with like loot of all tiers. So keep your eye out when you approach the gas station for your very first wipe day in Rust Council Beta, or just in general. Here we got another military. We got a military crate with some high quality auto turret and some more scrap. And then you can also go on top of the gas station as well. Now, another great survival aspect I liked about the gas station, since this is 0 tier monument, it offers us like a very good survival loot item. And you guessed it, it's food, water, supplies you need to actually, like, yeah, exactly. Things that you need to survive in an open world survival game. Now you'll find like food rations through the store, on shelves, behind counters, sometimes, okay, yeah, in the bathroom. I don't know why they'd have a candy bar in the bathroom. That's kind of crappy.
Gross.
But and also you can go inside the little Oxum gas station stock room to find additional loot to add to the pile that you're storing inside your base. Now you can also like get on top of the gas station, and like I said before in my supermarket video, high ground is the best ground. If you're quiet and you bring your beginner gear, which is typically like a bow, a crossbow, or a nail gun, but you know, with some burlap armor, some clothes, or even wooden armor because it's cheap, you could take that, get on top, and kind of camp it and wait for people to loot the bottom, and then just take them out, take whatever gear set they had, and then get the loot that's on top of the gas station or what they had on them, and then leave. What I recommend as a beginner player in the beta or on full release is to always bring a battle buddy to a monument like this, because...
Is that me?
Yeah, like in my case, it would be Jade Monkey, because every time I'm recycling something, he's watching my back and vice versa. So you want that battle buddy to basically be on their A game and basically watch your back while you're looting this, and then you can take all the loot back to the base and do whatever you want with it. Now, do remember that each gas station is on every procedurally generated map in the Rust Council Beta or for full release. It's going to be there, and it's going to be next to a road. Now, why are roads important? Because cars can go on them, choppers can land on top, horses can run up the road. Remember that the roads in Rust are mainly used for transportation and moving quickly with loot, so be wary, listen for noises while you're looting the gas station, and always, 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 in the worst case scenario, take the loot and stash it. Now, how you would stash it is you take a sleeping bag, put it on the perimeter of the gas station, and remember, you can't put a sleeping bag next to any monuments or near the road. You got to kind of go further out from it. You'd put your sleeping bag somewhere on the ground, put a little loot stash on the ground, take what you got, put it in there, or if you get clapped at the gas station, you can have an extra gear set inside your stash in the ground, spawn in your bag, get the gear set, and go get some definitely needed revenge on your adversaries. So one other item I kind of want to touch base on that we didn't really discuss yet is the green card. What does the green card provide us as a new Rust player? What that does is basically there are 0 tier monuments that have puzzles. Okay? Those puzzles, once you go through them, give you better tier loot. Now, there are 3 types of cards in Rust. It's the green card, blue card, and red card. And for this one specifically, we could take the green card off the front desk, and then what is he doing in that? It's getting stuck.
I got stuck on the telephone pole. Don't worry about it.
So basically, you can use this green card to go to another 0 tier monument.
First tier. We're at 0 tier. First we get them at 0, and they use them at tier 1.
Okay, so you can use the green card at a tier 1 monument, and then basically go through it, peruse through there, find where you use the key card, and then basically use it and get the better tier loot. And then also, usually when you go in those loot rooms, you'll get another key card that's more advanced, such as a blue card, and it keeps going down the chain, and you keep learning and gathering better loot. Now, the Oxum gas station has been around for a long time. It's one of the very biggest staples in Rust. I hope you guys found this guide very useful. Use it.
Get to the roof.
What? Get to the roof?
Get to the roof.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope you guys found this useful. Definitely take all the tips and tricks that you see here and use them, because you're going to need it when you first play Rust on console and it's your very first wipe day. Anyways, hold on. Let me get to the roof real quick, because this guy's...
Don't forget to drop a like, and if you haven't already subscribed and turned on notifications, do so. As the guides. Yeah, it's the guides that Razor and myself will be putting out, and we'll be streaming as soon as the NBA is lifted.
Yep. And hey, yeah, like you said, drop those subs and likes, and I'll see you in the next guide, and I hope you guys are enjoying the beta or the full release.